me, Tribe Summer, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have been joined by the lovely Vincilly and we have built a modern futuristic home together. So I have done the architecture of the building, as you can see now. So we've got a kind of modern futuristic look, which is going into my save file, which I am creating and will probably be finished by the time The Sims 5 comes out, if we ever get that. So what we've done here is we've created this build. I have done the outside. Vincilly in our next video, which I will link at the end, and it is in the description below. She's going to decorate the inside. I have not seen what it's going to be like inside yet, so I'm very excited to watch her video. And that is what we have created. So this leads me on to this week's episode of Sim Chat. So what I asked my tweeters is, which of the following features would you like to see in The Sims 4 and why? Comment below for a shout out. So the options were terrain tools, open world, colour wheel and cars. So cars came in at the bottom with 15%, which I can totally see. Like I say, this isn't stuff I necessarily want in the game. It's just stuff that people are always asking for. And there's certain things about cars which will be cool, like having the carpool feature. I think that would be fantastic. I think that's something that I miss. I used to love when we got promoted. It was like another little extra, seeing if we're getting a better car this time. I'm very easily amused. And I think it would be cool if we could maybe have a bigger decorative car or a few more like toy cars so we can put them on our drives with our builds. Or maybe if there was like a mechanical skill where we could do up the car maybe. I think that may have been in The Sims 2. But I think without the open world, I think that there's not really much point. You can't go and drive them like you could in The Sims 3. So if I was allowed things in the game and they let me decide, I would maybe put in the carpool. But other than that, I'm not that bothered. So the next one we had was open world, and that had 18%. Now, I loved the open world in Sims 3, and it was one of my favourite features and one of my favourite things about the game. However, it did take a long time to load, and I can understand why they took it out of The Sims 4. But what I would like to see in here is having a more streamlined neighbourhood. Because one thing I have learned is when you're playing The Sims 4, you can, you go into your world, you can go further than your front door. And you can go like to the pond, you can go to the parks nearby. But if you're going to go in another building, it loads the game again. And I think it would be cool, especially like when you've got them in, like if you've got like a shopping area, or if you've got this shopping area and there's a few shops on the street, it would be nice to kind of be able to function in all of them. And I think that would be like a nice little added extra. Or you can go and visit your next door neighbour without having to load the game again. I think it would be much easier to help you build relationships. Well, it would be less time consuming. So I think that would be really cool if we had an open neighbourhoods, or we could streamline that a little bit more. But open worlds, I loved it in The Sims 3 and it was one of my favourite things. But I can understand why it wouldn't work in The Sims 4, and I know why they took it out. Now the next one we had was the colour wheel at 25%. Now again, this is another feature I loved in The Sims 3. But again, another feature that would take forever to load the game. Like I remember certainly towards the end of like the last time I was playing it, you would click on it and you could wait like 5 minutes to get everything ready and loaded, and it would take a long time. And yeah, it would look perfect, but imagine if you're doing that with a speed build or something like that. I think it would be a bit too time consuming. But what I would like to see is a kind of feature where you've got more colour options, because you've got a lot of items, and it's a massive gripe I've got with The Sims 4 is that nothing really matches. You've got like a set, but only like you can only put like one. If you've got a sofa, there's only one armchair that'll match, or maybe it's two. And I think that it's a bit annoying that nothing really matches. It would be cool if you could have like a few more wood choices, or if you could customize them a little bit more. Like you could have all the wood choices and then the bedding or the colours. There could be more options. So I think that would be something that would improve the game significantly for design, like builders and creating a sim. Like there's barely any hair colours or skin colours, and I'm blonde. You might not know that, but I'm blonde. But if I want to create my sim self, I either have to have that kind of muddy ash blonde colour or yellow hair. Now I neither have muddy ash blonde colour hair or ash blonde or yellow hair. I want to create a sim that has the same hair colour as me. Let me do that. Give us more options. So what won was terrain tools, which was an absolutely fantastic feature. I think we've had that in all the Sims games up until 4. I can't remember Sims 2. I've not played that a lot. But basically, if you don't know what they are, it's basically you could have like a sort of paintbrush like you do with the terrain tools, with the terrain paints, and you could just mold the world, and you could make hills, and you could make troughs and valleys and rivers and stuff like that. And you could create really unique building with that. You could have it like coming out of cliffs. You could make like a hobbit house. You could have like the back of the building on like a mountain or something like that. And it was a brilliant feature of the Sims games. And I do really miss that because I think that it's lacking. And, you know, even just creating like a little hill or something like that for the kids to play on, I think would be brilliant. And I do miss that. But that leads us into our comment section of Sim Chat. So our very first comment comes from Cat's Corner, at corner_cat, and she voted for the terrain tools. She loves CFE in Sims 3. You can make amazing builds using terrain modifications. Yes, I agree. We could make so much better builds back in the day. There's only so much you can do with trying to like do foundations and stuff like that. So I'm with you on that. The next comment we got was from the Crimson Simmer at Jenny0786_Sims. She would love to have a colour wheel and terrain tools. The colour wheel, that way we can have matching decorations and furniture. And with terrain, I want to be able to build a house and a garage without the garage being on foundation. Yes, that is another gripe. If you're building like a greenhouse or a garage or something like that, and you have terrain, if you have a foundation, your foundation just goes. You've got a foundation, the foundation becomes part of it, so you have to have like stairs into your greenhouse or stairs into your garage, which is a little bit silly. And I think that you can do it with the fences, why can't you do it with the walls? And the next comment comes from JetGirl2113. She would like the colour wheel. Doesn't need to be in depth, just let me have 5 or 6 wood choices of furniture and the colours aspects changeable separately so I can make things match. That's what I said, yes, completely agree. And then we had another comment from the Senile Summer. I completely agree, even though we've been told time and time again it won't happen. But you know, we won't be getting open worlds, and without that, why would we need cars? Terrain tools would be nice for builders, but not everything I need. So maybe a limited colour wheel. So I think with Senile Summer, she's sort of ruled out everything else. Like I say, the features that I put in there isn't necessarily things that I want in the game. It's just things that often get brought up. And I think in some respects, certain things would be better in the game, but it would have to be very, very different to what we've already got. So the next comment I get is from SimSim2017. I vote for terrain tools because it would add so much to the already very beautiful builds. It would allow for so many more unique houses to be created. Yes, I completely agree. The next comment was from Shoeless Kayaker. What a great name. I like that. I vote for cars. I know controversial without an open world, but I love seeing my Sims zoom off in their sleek ride for all of 3 Sim feet. Yes. Carpools. I would love carpools back, even if it's just an object. And we have another comment from Anne08758308. I would really like an open world, but we know it's not happening. Yeah, I know. But, you know, it's good for us to dream, isn't it? And our final comment comes from Just a Girl 55. I don't know what terrain tools do. You do now if you've watched this video. But I chose open worlds, but would rather have open neighbourhoods. I completely agree. The open world doesn't work in The Sims 4, but I do really miss that, and I hated that when we first got the game. But now I've played it, I understand. But an open neighbourhood would be, even a little mini area would be much better. And on that note, I think we're coming towards the end of the video, so I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed this week's Sim Chat. If you want to join in more, keep an eye on my Twitter. Polls do go up for a couple of days every other week, so if you want to get involved, want to shout out, go for it. If you have enjoyed the video, if you want to like, if you want to comment, if you want to share, press all the buttons down below. If you're brand new to my channel, hello, I am Summer. I hope you have enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, if you want to click the button down below, join the tribe and subscribe. And if you want more notifications, click the bell. I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.